Hey guys, Taylor here. I have been wanting to make a video talking about all of these shows and movies I've been loving on Netflix recently, so I figured why not have fun and make a cool tag out of it, and I called it the Ultimate Netflix Tag, and who doesn't love good recommendations on new shows to watch and discover on Netflix? So I hope that you enjoy this video and keep on watching. So the very first question is, what are you currently watching on Netflix? And I am watching The Flash. And the main reason why I started The Flash was because I heard Tom Felton, who, if you don't know, he's from Harry Potter as Draco Malfoy and some other things as well. But I heard that he was going to be a recurring role on it, starting the newer season. So of course I jumped on the Flash bandwagon and decided to watch it. And I am super glad that I started watching it because I am obsessed with it. Even the seasons Tom's not in, I think it is a really good show and it's fun, and I'm just super excited that I decided to give it a go and try out this show. The second question is your top favorite Netflix originals. I have quite a few, well, 5 I'm going to talk about, and if you watched my previous video, my January favorites, you would know this is one of my top favorites on Netflix recently, and that is The OA. The OA is such a good, like, supernatural science fiction, just mind-blowing, so many good things are at this show. And another one of my favorites is Stranger Things, and I think that if you're a Stranger Things fan, which blew up so much when it came out, that you would enjoy the OA and vice versa. If you watch the OA, you'll enjoy Stranger Things. They're both really good and kind of have a similar vibe to them, but also they're very different in their own ways. They're just really good and very entertaining, so I would highly recommend those. Another one is The Crown, and I binge watched this so quickly when I started it. The Crown is about Queen Elizabeth II's life before, after, and during her being the queen, and I think it's a very interesting show talking about getting an insider's look at Queen Elizabeth's life, and it's just, I thought, very entertaining. If you like that sort of thing, you would really enjoy watching her life and what happened behind closed doors, essentially, and what you saw, like, not behind closed doors. I just think it's really good. Another one is Master of None, and then lastly is a movie called The Fundamentals of Caring. Both of those really good, really funny, and I just really enjoyed those ones. Question number 3 is a series that you haven't watched yet but want, and there are so many that I haven't watched and want to. A few of them being House of Cards, Orange is the New Black, The Blacklist, and Shameless. Those are ones that I have definitely been wanting to get to as soon as possible. Question 4 is a show or movie that you would recommend to everyone. One of my top favorites is How I Met Your Mother. I would recommend that to everyone because it's just a good time, and there's so many fantastic things about How I Met Your Mother that is just a happy show, and it's very enjoyable. Also, a movie on Netflix is The Giver. I remember reading this book either in elementary school or middle school and really thoroughly enjoying it, and the movie did not let me down. It was just as good as the book. I like how half of it you're watching it in black and white and the other half is color. If you watch the movie, you'll understand why they do it, and I think that was a really cool aspect that they included into the movie. Question number 5 is something that you would change about Netflix. And the only thing that I would really change, besides having a lot of newer shows as well, is updated seasons and episodes, because it's nothing worse than finishing this awesome series that you have been loving and then having to scramble around other places to have to find this season or the next episode. So it'd be cool if, like, on TV, if you missed that certain episode, that the very next day Netflix would put it up on their website. So that's the only thing. I don't know if they can do that or not, but I wish that they would have updated seasons and episodes, because that would make life so much easier and more entertaining. Question number 6 is a canceled show that you wish that Netflix would pick up. And again, there are so many canceled shows that I would wish that they would pick up, but 2 of the ones that really stuck out to me was that there's a show called Chasing Life that was on ABC Family, and that was just, I think, an amazing show, and I wish that it didn't get canceled and that Netflix would pick it up. Also, one that is very near and dear to me is Girl Meets World, and the reason why is because I was the biggest Boy Meets World fan. I know every single episode, I loved every single one, and when I heard that they were coming out with Girl Meets World, a continuation on, I became just as obsessed with that as I did with Boy Meets World, and then to find out that they canceled that was heartbreaking, and I don't really know why that it got canceled, but there is so much more that could be going on with that show, and I wish that Netflix so badly would pick it up and continue on, because personally I wish and didn't think that it should have been canceled as soon as it did, because all the older Boy Meets World fans, even the ones that haven't watched Boy Meets World and have only watched Girl Meets World, love it. So again, I hope that at some point Netflix picks it up, and that would make me so happy. Question number 7 is a series or movie that you have been loving on Netflix recently, and these ones are actually rewatches. It's A Secret Life of an American Teenager. I forgot how much I enjoyed that when I was younger watching it. Jane the Virgin and New Girl. New Girl is one of my favorite TV shows of all time, so I've just kind of been, enjoying rewatching them on Netflix. Question number 8 is, like Fuller House and Gilmore Girls' Year in the Life, what is a TV series that, or even a movie that you wish, did the same thing, a continuation on many years later? And I have quite a bit, like I do on every single one of these questions for this tag, but I think the old school, like Disney Channel would be awesome, That's So Raven, Lizzie McGuire, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Their Life with Derek. There's so many old school Disney shows that I think would be an awesome continuation on, or like from Nickelodeon, Drake and Josh, Story 101. Those ones would be so exciting to watch. But mostly, I think that would be my favorite continuation on is How I Met Your Mother. I mentioned it earlier in the video, but I feel like I know it ended on where it ended, but I think looking at everybody's lives, 5-10 years down the road after the last episode of How I Met Your Mother would be so cool, and I hope one day that they do that, because that show was just so funny and a great time to watch. So I hope that eventually they will do that, and we'll see. Maybe, hopefully they do. And the last question, question 9, is tag some other Netflix lovers. I'm not really sure exactly 100% who has Netflix and is watching it, so if you're watching this and want to do this tag and have a good time, I definitely tag you to do it. But there is a few that I know, so I will tag you guys, and that is The Lawn Gnome, Clara Reads Books, A Dash of Ash, Book Roast, and Hardback Hoarder. I hope that you guys enjoy this video. If you like my channel, hopefully you'll subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.